Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation, all right? They deserve everything they have coming to them and then some because they want to attack you spiritually, all right? People who are trying to cause you to feel some type of way with repeated action, that are trying to cause you to react. They're trying to abuse you in a manner that causes you to react. We all know that's called reactive abuse, but they have something coming to them that's just as bad, because whatever you put out, you get back. So if somebody does something that causes you some type of trouble or some type of vexation or anything like that, they're going to get that back in the form of some type of stress on their body. If they're trying to stress you out, if they're trying to stress your body out, the universe is going to repay that back to them fully. They're going to end up having some type of issue to where something is going to manifest in them, and they're going to wonder why, but it's because they're a bad person. When you have hate and jealousy towards people, it's tearing you up inside, and it's causing certain things in you that is going to, over time, it's going to wear you out. It's going to damage you. It's going to hurt you. This is why people end up, having things happen to them that they shouldn't have had happen to them, and it's self-inflicted. They're trying to cause somebody else to feel something, and now they're going to feel some type of way. They're the one that's going to have a trouble. They're the one that's going to have a problem. They're the one that's going to have to be going through something because they're trying to cause things for other people. You cannot try to cause problems and harm to somebody else that is not doing anything to you. You cannot do that. They think they can, but what they fail to realize is that something is happening to them every time they go to do something. All right? Every time they go to do something, something is happening to them. And they don't understand that they're not going to be able to just get away with that like scot free. They're not going to be able to get away with that because the universe has checks and balances. What you put out, you get back. They try to cause you an issue or a problem. What they're really doing is causing themselves an issue or a problem. And on a higher level, like on the esoteric level, they don't hate you. They hate themselves. They do not hate you. These people hate themselves, and they have so much self-hate that they want to go around and try to cause others to hate them. They have so much self-hate that they want to cause problems for other people. All right. And all they're doing is inflicting wounds on themselves. All right. So if they stress you out, if they get you upset, just relax and calm down, and just let that negativity fade away, because what they're really doing is they're not harming you. Even if they cause you some type of harm or some type of stress, they're really causing that for themselves as well, because the universe has checks and balances. And when you return that negative energy to them, is like a double whammy. All right. So they're going to end up getting what they give out. You reap what you sow, even when it's down to the energetic level, even when they're not doing anything to you physically, but they're causing you to feel some type of way physically. All right. You're working on yourself. You're ignoring these people. They just keep coming at you and just keep trying to attack you and just keep trying to do things to bother you. You don't think God sees that? You don't think that the universe sees that? You don't think there's going to be some type of recompense for that? There is something that they're going to have to pay for. There's a cost for that. There's something that they're going to have to give up. It's something that's going to be taken from them as a result of that. All right. Well, it's going to be something that's going to happen to them. They're going to be troubled. They're going to have their peace disturbed. They're going to have issues. It's something that will happen to them. And all you have to do is sit back and let God fight that battle for you. All you have to do is sit back and let energy do its thing. Their energy is going to work right back to them, just like just like they tried to send some negative out. That negative is going to go right back to them. You reap what you sow. What you put out, you get back. You cannot get around that. You cannot get around being a bad type of person and then not getting back what you expected to happen to somebody else. All right. It's happened to us all. We've all put out something that we weren't supposed to put out, and then we got our negative back. All right. Even what we put out, we get back. That's why it's best to just leave people alone, be a good person, and not try to disturb or harm anyone in any kind of way. But because that the energy that you put out is not going anywhere. You may cause somebody to feel this, or you may cause somebody to be upset with that. You may cause somebody to react at this. But the thing is, that what you tried to cause them, just because it something happens to them, or they get mad, or they get upset, just because you don't see it happening to you right then and there, or just because you think you got away with that, it doesn't mean that. Something is going to happen to you equally, just like you tried to cause something to happen to them. You cannot get around putting out negative energy. That negative, the universe is going to bring it back to you. So, I mean, people could feel some type of way about it all they want. People could think that, nothing's going to happen, or this, that, and the other, or you could pray, but you reap what you sow. All right. They're not praying. They're attacking. they're not repenting. They're attacking. These are like these sayings and things aren't for people who are going to go repent and go change their ways. These are for people who keep going and keep going like the Energizer Bunny. You want to keep attacking somebody? Well, guess what? You're going to be attacked in some way. You want to bother somebody? Well, guess what? You're going to be bothered in some way. All I have to do is pray against you. All I have to do is pray for your downfall. All I have to do is pray for you to become my footstool. All I have to do is pray for, if you trouble me, I want you to be troubled in the same manner. You trouble me, I pray for the Lord to trouble you. I pray for the laws of my subconscious mind to send whatever you send out to me back to you to trouble you twice as much. You cannot get around that. That's why it's good to just be a peaceful person. That's why you got people walking around in robes talking about some not bothering nobody, because they understand this. They know they've lived their life, and they were like, you know what? I've already done what I've done. Some of them probably haven't even done anything, because they've lived by a certain rule and a certain set of laws. And even if they did, like what they know, they're not going to continue to do anything that harmful. All right, people who are good spirited, people who are not children of the devil, people who are not demonic entities. They know better. They know that, yo, this doesn't feel right. If I keep doing this, something's going to happen. There are children of the devil. You cannot get around that. The Bible even says it. The devil has children. These are the people, when they do something evil and they do something wrong, they feel good about it. You can't tell me that just, oh, well, not them, or, oh, pray for them, and, oh, this, that, and the other, and other. Like, yo, there are people that the devil claims. There are people that God does not claim. God does not love everybody. God does not claim everybody. People who turn their back on him, people who are, people who are the devil's seed, the devil's children. All right, God don't have no love for them, because woe to those who call good evil and evil good. Woe to them. All right, what do you think that woe is? That woe is God's judgment on them for them and their wicked acts. That's why you're not supposed to be a wicked person. You're not supposed to move with wicked people. All right, thou shalt not walk in the counsel of the wicked or the ungodly. All right, you're not supposed to be with wicked people. You're not supposed to be with ungodly people, because sooner or later their energy is going to transfer into you, and the type of person that they are is going to rub off on you, and you're going to potentially become one of those people, God forbid. But the thing about God's children is, when we do something wrong, we know we ain't supposed to be doing it, because it even feels wrong. That's like that's like that God energy that you're connected to. It's like, you know better than that. You know better than that. And that's why you turn from your wicked ways. God will give you a chance. Yes, he will. God will give you time. Yes, he will. But that time is for us. Those second chances are for us. The devil's children, it's nothing you could do about them. It's already set in stone. All right, it's already there. They are of their father, the devil. They're going to work for him. They're going to obey him. They're going to get evil, wicked thoughts that come into their mind that tells them to do this, and they're going to act on it. Just like you get positive things, godly things, good things that come into your mind and you act on it, there are certain quote unquote people walking the earth that they're hearing certain things and they're acting on it, and they're going out and doing what they feel they should do according to what was just told to them by whatever evil spirit or temptation or wicked thought, wicked idea. All right, these people can't even sleep at night without doing something wicked to somebody else. So the more peaceful you are, the more they know that they're not doing their job, and they have to keep attacking and keep going and keep doing something until you finally just you know what, I've had it. All right, but there's prayer for that. All right, you could always pray. Don't get upset. Pray, talk to God about it, and you could always catch yourself. There's a split second where you could always catch yourself. Sometimes when you have reacted for so long, and when you have been angry for so long, you are you're just like you bypass that. You like you're not going to deal with that, but you have to learn how to like catch yourself in that split second. It's going to save your life. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you opportunity. It's going to save you from getting into trouble, because that's what they want. They want to cause you some type of trouble by doing something that's covert. So what you have to do is you have to pray to God to trouble them like they're troubling you. All right, you have to ask God to remove their trouble out your life. You have to ask God to remove them out your life. And what you have to do is you have to ask God, God, in the name of Lord Jesus Christ, trouble them like they're trying to trouble me. They're trying to vex my spirit. They're trying to upset me and stress me out and take me out of character. Lord, I need you to protect me from that. I need you to help me catch myself so that way I don't lash out, I don't get angry, I don't fall victim to their spiritual attacks. And I need you to send those attacks back to them. I need you to trouble them like they're trying to trouble me, Lord. Trouble them like they're trying to trouble me. Because it's not a matter of not caring. It's not a matter of repenting. There are evil people out there that are looking there. There's evil out there disguising itself in the forms of human beings and people. And that's the thing. I think the evil people are human, and I think God's children are divine. All right, I think we're divine. We're all human. That's a lie. These evil, wicked entities, they're human, and God's children, we're divine. All right, it's a different level. And yes, there's a split happening. And with that split happening, they can see it just like we can see it. Just like you can see, like, yo, they're evil. You could look at their acts. You could look at their deeds. All right, you could look at what they do, how they behave. You're like, yo, that's you gotta call a spade. You know evil when you see evil. All right, and they look at you and say the same thing. They despise you for obeying God. They despise you for doing good. They despise you for choosing peace. They despise you for walking a righteous path. They despise you for walking upright. They despise you for having a positive message. All right. They despise you for having a righteous way of life. All right. These people are evil and wicked. All right. They can't focus on their own works. They have to try to attack the children of God. They have to try to attack people who are doing good. They have to try to attack people who are not a part of Satan's army. All right. And his like these, they know who they work for. All right. They know what team they're on. They know what team they're on, and they know who they work for. All right. So like they actually feel good when they cause somebody some type of harm or some type of stress. It's like scoring a touchdown for them. They feel good about it. And that's why you have to let it go. All right. Because if you hold on to it, it's only going to keep, like, your stress is only going to pile up, because they're never going to change. They don't want to change. It's not something that they can change. All right. They cannot change the fact that they are a child of the devil. And that's why they're having so much fun trying to bother you and toy with you and play with you and things like that, is because they're demons. All right. And like that, they know who they are. The only people that don't know are God's children, who have to wake up, because just because somebody's walking around looking like you, got clothes on, walking, hello, doesn't mean that person is an actual person. It doesn't mean that person's a divine being. All right. There's divine beings and there's humans. All right. Human nature is, I mean, it's like, it is what it is. All right. I probably have to do a little bit more diving deep on human nature and things like that to see what man says about it. But as far as like what the Bible says and what God says, and just what to just be common sense, like, yo, that's evil. That's the wrong thing to do. There are people who are inherently evil, and there are people who are inherently good. And the only people that I believe can turn from their wicked ways are good people who have went astray. All right, they're like God's children going astray. In order to go astray, you have to be God's child. You have to be God's children. We are not all God's children. We're not all God's children. All right, you got to make it make sense. How can you go astray, right, if you're not a child of God? If you're not a child of God, how can you go astray? That means you're a child of the devil. And it's the wheat and the tares, like somebody put in the comments the other day. God knows who his children are. All right, God knows who his children are. He knows who he knew us in the womb. He knew us in the womb. He either knew you was going to be good, or he knew you were going to be evil. He knew you were his child, or he knew you were a child of the devil. The wheat and the tares, baby. All right. So we're getting to that point where it's getting deep. We're getting to that 5D split. All right. And yo, it's only a matter of time. So we just have to remember to keep our cool. All right, because you don't want to end up getting into no demonic prison system to where these demons got control over your life, because they reign over that whole entire system. All right. They got good people, God's people locked up in that whole entire system. All right. So it's like that's they reign predominant over that whole outlet of stuff, that whole thing. All right. So we have to keep our cool, because they want to cause negativity in our life. Like, the whole point of a monitoring spirit is like they're watching you, and they see that you're good. They see that your acts are good. They see that you're obeying God. They see that you're a righteous person. They see that you just want to treat other people like you want to be treated. They see that you want to do good by other people. They see that you don't want to cause problems for other people. All right, you're not doing any harm or any wrong to anybody. You're just going about your day, living your life, and blessing people. All right, you see people going through things, you wish the best for them. You're hoping the best for them. You're thinking the best for them. You don't see somebody struggling and you're like, oh, dang, his life is jacked up. You look at them and you see them and you're like, yo, you know what? He's going to get this. He's going to make it. Like, you're a type of person that speaks positive. And if you're a child of God, you need to reprogram your mind, because your mouth could end up being a wicked device for the devil, depending on how you speak. Depending on how you are programmed, you could be a child of God and still be spewing out and speaking out wickedness. And we're not talking about confusion. We're not talking about people who just don't know. Just, oh, that sounds bad. That sounds evil. That sounds wrong. It's a difference between what is wrong and what sounds wrong. You just may need to tighten up. All right. You might need to study up. You may need to learn up. All right. There's things that are good that seem evil, and there's things that are evil that's just evil. All right. Somebody speaking out against evil, and that is a part of the definition of turning away from your wicked ways. All right. To turn away from your wicked ways, that means in mind and body and spirit, the things you do, the things you say, the things you think. All right. So you're going to want to think different. You're going to want to think like a child of God. You're going to want to speak like a child of God, and you're going to want to act like a child of God to the best of your ability. All right. People may say things about you. They may have things that they are, oh, these things, whatever. All right. As long as you're getting blessed, and as long as you're able to do what's right for you and see how God is going to put his hand on your life and bless you and make your life better and allow you to move forward and grow and to continue to progress in life, that's all that matters. It's about you progressing and nothing else. It doesn't matter what they think, what they say, because most of them are demons anyway. All right. But a lot of them are just their sleep. All right. A lot of God's children don't know what time it is, as far as them supposed to be doing the best that they could possibly do. All right, believing in themselves, uplifting other people. All right, a lot of them have gone astray. So when they come back and they realize that, hey, I'm not supposed to be speaking that way. I'm not supposed to be speaking using my mouth for wickedness. I'm not supposed to be using my tongue for a device for as a wicked device. I'm supposed to be using my powers for good. All right, I'm supposed to be using the God in me for good. God means power, and you have God in you, you have power in you. All right. So you have to use your power correctly. You have to use your power righteously. All right. Even when they try to do things, you have to speak against it. You can't agree with that. You can't accept that. Even if it's something that made you upset or angry, we can immediately snap out of it and be like, yo, I don't accept that. I'm not going to deal with this. I don't accept that. I'm not going to entertain this. I don't accept that. I'm not going to allow this to make me upset any further or any longer. All right. And it's all just about using your mind and just doing the best that you could possibly do for yourself with your own life. You have to take control of your life, your mind. You tell your mind what to think. You tell your body how to react. You tell your feelings how to feel. We have to wake up, gain control over what we're trying to do. And it's not about reaching a whole bunch of people, because I mean, my videos are for who they're for, but people are just gonna people don't you don't have to wake nobody up necessarily with no video. The power of God in them is gonna wake up sooner or later anyway. People have God in them just like I do. It's nothing better in me than it is in anybody watching my videos. We all got this. It's just that for people who aren't watching my videos, it's like people in the comment section some of them are being smart. They're like, oh, we gotta wake up, and this wake up. This, people are gonna wake up on their own. No, nobody needs anybody to wake them up. If something somebody says falls on their ear and not on the deaf one, glory to God. You know, that's a very positive thing. But you don't necessarily need to wake nobody up. People already got the spirit of God in them, and it's gonna wake them up regardless whether they want to or not. Because sooner or later, the things that you start to see that let you know, like we're headed to a new headed to something new and something better and something great, they're gonna get with the program anyway. So it is what it is. You know, it's very good that that people make positive videos like this one and things like that. But is I mean, it is necessary at the same time, but it's not totally necessary. All right, it's good to work for God and things like that. It's good to do something positive. It's good to put some positive stuff out there into the airwaves. You know, it's good to be a righteous person, but other people is going to turn on in them. Like this, all this stuff is God calls this stuff vain anyway. At the end of the day, the things you do for Him is not is not important. The things you do for Him, He doesn't see it as vital to enter into the kingdom of God. It's just things that you do that are positive, so you stay out of trouble. All right, things that you do that please Him, and even though you're pleasing Him, it's, at the end of the day, it's still all vanity. No matter how good of a person you think you are, no matter how righteous you think you are, it's all vanity. No matter how close to God you think you are, you God's chosen vessel, or you God's this or God's that, it's all vanity to Him. So it's like all you, it's really not that deep. You just be the best version of yourself that you could be. Don't be an evil, wicked person. Don't have evil, wicked acts. And you know, you just keep it real with yourself. So that way you can keep it real with other people. You have love for yourself. So that way you can have love for other people. You do unto yourself like you would want. I mean, you do unto other people like you would want to do unto yourself. I try to get that one out. I couldn't get that one out. But it is what it is. But all you have to do is to continue to be the best that you could be for yourself. All right, as just like you in the army for the Lord, you be the best that you can be, and that's really all it is. It's not that deep. It's not like you don't have to tell somebody every time you see him, have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you have a blessed day. You can talk to people normal. You're like, yo, have a great day, man, or have a wonderful day. You just talk to people normal. Just because somebody is doing something and they're involving God in what they're doing, you don't got to treat them any different. You ain't got to treat them no different. I'm no different than you watching this video. I'm here just like you. I'm another divine being just like you. All right. I'm more like you than you know. All right. You're more like me than you know. All right. It's nothing special about me that, you know, you got to look at, oh, have a blessed day and this, that, and the other. People just aren't using what's in them. And once you turn it on, you'll be like, oh, all he's doing is just, he's just speaking some positive stuff. He's just talking some positive stuff. He's just saying what's on his mind, and it just happens to be in line. More power to him. And that's really all it is. All right. You know, not to take anything away from what I'm doing. All right. But and we're all supposed to be being great, and we're all supposed to be doing something positive that is going to uh, destroy wickedness. All right. And put it in its place. All right. So continue to be great, continue to do your part, and continue to work on yourself so that way you could destroy the wickedness in you. If we all work to destroy what little bit of wickedness or what lot of wickedness we have in ourselves and work on ourselves and make sure that we're straight, everything else will fall into line. We're not even gonna have to deal with other people. But the thing is, like, yo, they can't even let you work on yourself. It's like, and that's what's evil about it. All right, all you trying to do is stay to yourself, be by yourself, sometimes work on yourself, and it's like they won't even let you do that. Oh, somebody's working on themselves, and that's what's wicked, and that's what's evil about it, because they see you wanting to do something positive in your life. They see you wanting to work things out in your life for your life, and then here they come trying to disrupt, interrupt, cause issues, but they can't stop you. All they can do is try to distract you. All right. The devil is the author of confusion. All that, like, what is distraction? It's confusion. Takes you off your path, stops you from being focused, makes you think on other things. You waste time, like anger and getting upset over them and stupid stuff that they do. It takes time out of your life, time that you'll never get back. So you have to remember, like, yo, like, it's just a lot of things that you could possibly think about instead of where they want your mind to go. They want your mind to go towards those demons that are will rile up inside you and be like, I'm angry, I'm mad. Like, is getting angry going to really benefit me? Is this going to be productive for me? Is this going to be something that wastes time in my life? is worrying about what this fool keeps doing, even though they keep doing it and I don't like it. Is this something, if I focus on it, is that going to waste time in my life, or is that going to be something productive in my life? Is this going to be something that is going to help me do something, or is this going to help me be better, or is this going to help me grow, or is this going to help me move forward in life? If no, then you probably shouldn't waste too much time focusing on it. You can just let it go, choose to let it fade, choose to let it dissipate. All right. And I know when you're in the midst of how you're dealing with it, I know it's difficult. You're like, yo, I feel this way, I feel that way. But we have to remember to program ourselves and tell our feelings how to feel. All right, yo, don't feel angry, feel this way. Don't feel mad, feel this way. Don't feel upset, feel this way. Keep working on that and keep doing that. And then sooner or later, you're going to have conquered yourself. All right. You can conquer yourself. You can master yourself. All right. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to master ourselves and make these people irrelevant, make them non-effective. Since they want to be non-productive, we just got to make them non-effective. And the more we continue to work on ourselves, the easier it's going to get, the better we're going to become. And the weaker we're going to realize they are. All right. They're really weak. They're truly, honestly weak. They're weak in every sense of the word. They're the weakest link. They are the weakest link. All right. We're heavy hitters. We hit hard in every aspect of life. All right. We hit hard. They're weak. They're losers. They're worried about what we're doing. And they're trying to, like, basically, it's just that, like, they want to interrupt you from working on yourself and stop you from working on yourself. But as long as you keep working on yourself and you don't stop, ain't nothing they can do. They lost already. And they know that. They know they lost. That's why they have to try to go so hard with what they do. So, keep doing you, keep being great, keep being good, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Keep putting God first, and you're going to make it, and you're going to make them people look stupid and foolish and crazy. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. I'll see you in the next one. We out.